guys, welcome back to Well Chat. Today we're going to talk about head position.
Why is head position even important? Some of you may have noticed that in the last 8 weeks or so, you've been sitting in front of the computer doing this, right? You've been on your computer, whether it's for work or for school activities. You've been doing all your homeschooling, or if you're like our kids, you've been on the gaming systems, right? And so we all end up looking like this. The advice you get whenever you tell somebody that you've got some pain in your neck is, hey, move things around. Maybe your computer's too high, or maybe you need to sit your chair a little bit lower. And then they tell you to stretch, but they don't give you any other advice. Well, we want to actually give you some good advice that you can use and start today.
You know, we've all seen them. The people in your family who walk around with a jutted out neck. Maybe it's even your reflection in the mirror. Turtle, yep. All those guys with the forward heads complaining about how much their neck hurts. Today, we're going to visit one easy move that you can do to help relieve the pain and stress that you feel in your neck.
So what can we do to help you live without that pain in your neck? Or maybe it's that you just want to appear a little bit taller because everyone tells you you're short. Or maybe it's to make you take those better selfies. Okay, standing up straight actually looks better, right? So are you ready to learn a fun word that you can impress all your friends with? Are you ready? Okay, together. STERNO-CLEIDO-MASTOID. Or if you don't agree on the way that it said, SCM for short. Okay, so we're going to talk about our SCM as we're talking about our forward head.
So let's talk about the sternocleidomastoid and how this muscle keeps us in that forward head position. Kind of makes us look like the turtle. So the sternocleidomastoid attaches back behind Sarah's ear and then here on the sternum. And so this muscle, when it shortens and we are in bad postures, it's going to pull these fingers closer together. It's like a stack of books sitting on top of your head and compressing all the nerves in the back. Look how you get this forward shoulder position. We have the rounding in the upper back. We have decreased blood flow into the nerves that move into our arms. So we have decreased range of motion when we lift our arms overhead. A lot of people say they have pain in the shoulder. So that sternocleidomastoid in this bad position of the neck leads to lots of problems in the upper body. So if we simply plug our head into the ceiling, we can return to ear over shoulder position. So when the sternocleidomastoid is shortened, it brings the head forward and we lose this head over shoulder position. So again, when we plug the head into the ceiling, we're going to stretch these muscles in the neck. We call these the Suboccipitals muscles. That's another fancy word that you can learn. These muscles, when we have a forward head, go ahead and go back to forward head, my fingers get shorter. They get closer together. So when we plug our head into the ceiling, my fingers get further apart. When that happens, we get increased blood flow, we get proper posture, we have reduced pain. One of the exercises we want to teach you today is how to use these deep neck flexor muscles. These reside 4 layers deep next to the spine. So we're going to show you an anatomical position of the actual muscles so you can get an idea of where in the body those are.
So here you see the anatomical landmarks. Lit up is the sternocleidomastoid, going from behind the ear to the sternum. And we will pull away 1 layer, 2 layers, and then 3 layers so that we uncover the deep neck flexors. And these are a group of 4 different muscles that sit on the anterior surface of the spinal column.
So now we're going to show you a deep neck flexor exercise to help strengthen that area of your neck in a laying down position. You can see that we're using a towel under Sarah's neck. We like to use you laying flat on a surface so that you get some input to your shoulder blades and to the back of the head and neck, so that when you're playing video games later or you're working on the computer, that you have that sensation or that thought that you're pulling yourself back into a surface. So that's why we want to have you laying down for this first. So when we do this exercise, what I want Sarah to imagine is that her shoulder blades are sinking into the mat. I also at the same time want you to feel your head plug into an imaginary outlet up here. And then you're going to pull your chin in towards the back of your neck. And you're going to count 5 seconds for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good, and relax. So when we do that, she's pulling the shoulder blades into the mat. She's plugging her head into an outlet above her. So she's lengthening the back of the neck. And she's pulling her chin down into that towel. So we're going to do that one more time. Pull your shoulder blades down. Plug your head into this the outlet above you. And then tuck your chin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hold that position for me, Sarah. From here you can see her ear over her shoulder, over her hips. That's the position we want to be in when we're playing video games or we're working. We don't want to have that turtle posture. We want to have those deep neck flexors working and not that sternocleidomastoid. So remember, plug your head in, pull your chin back, keep those shoulder blades back. So now what we want to do is we want to show you how to use this technique in the plank. Okay, so we're going to get back in the plank position. So we come up on the toes. So here we know that we have the belly drawn in, the glutes are tight, her quads are tight, but we're going to focus today up here on her neck and her shoulders. So remember, Sarah, you got that platform that you were laying on. You can feel your shoulder blades coming in towards your backbone. You're actively plugging your head into a socket above her head, and you're tucking that chin back, so the chin's coming back towards the back of the neck. And so you're really going to focus on what you're feeling right here and that position of your head. Okay, so head is plugged into the ceiling again, chin is coming back, she's tucking it in, shoulder blades are in. Now her ear is in line with her shoulder, in line with her hips. Okay, and that's how you engage the right position of the neck when you're doing a plank. Don't let your head drop down. Make sure you keep it tucked in and plugged into an outlet.